Welcome. Today is 2nd October 2024, and the important takeaways from today's newspaper are one is the first one is Venus mission, second is India-France relations, third is uh, time to fix UPSC selection process, fourth topic is atrocities against SC and ST in Bihar and torching Dalit homes, and fifth topic is about GI tax of Assam, and sixth topic is a swallowtail conservation action plan. It's about butterfly conservation, and IUCN is involved in this. So we were discussing that also. So, and the important headlines from today's newspaper are in the first page, they have given about the Iran fires missiles at Israel. So that thing is going on. And issues regarding China border line of actual control with China, that is there. Just look once map. And the other issues are like stubble burning and those things are there. It's very common things. Now we'll directly switch to the Venus mission. Venus mission is there in page number 6 of the newspaper. So the Indian Space Research Organization, it targets to launch Venus mission in March 2028 for 112-day journey to planet. So, and it targets around 112 days journey to reach the planet, and ISRO estimated that it costs around 1236 crores. So it is a Venus orbiter mission. Now we'll learn more about Venus mission and what is Venus, the speciality of Venus, and those things we'll learn. And also we'll see the Shukrayan mission, which is also called as Venus mission. Okay, so Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. So Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So these are the 8 planets in the solar system. And Venus is called as Earth twin also because of its similar size, mass, and proximity with respect to the Earth. And its diameter is around 12,000 kilometers, which is the same as Earth. And it takes about 243 Earth days to complete one spin on its axis. That is there. And the atmosphere, it contains, so atmosphere is so dense and mostly comprised of carbon dioxide. That is 96.5%. And the clouds of sulfuric acid is also present. And the surface temperature, as it is very near to the sun, the temperature ranges around 465 degrees centigrade, and it makes making it hotter than Mercury despite being farther. So one due to mineral composition and all those things, these things are there. Now we'll look on the Shukrayan 1 mission. So this Venus orbiter mission is also called as Shukrayan mission, and it's ISRO's planned first mission to the planet Venus, and it involves a spacecraft of 2500 kg orbiting Venus to study what lies beneath the surface, and the mission will be carried out by GSLV Mark II rocket. Okay, then the objectives of Shukrayan is to examine Venus surface and atmosphere. So how the atmosphere of the Venus is there, how the surface is there, and how understanding the weathering, erosion, and the geographical phenomena, and also to analyze the geological composition. So, and to examine the relationship between solar radiation and surface particles, that is also there. And it will also help to understand the link between solar radiation and the surface particles on Venus, and also microbial life on Venus also to study. So the scientists have discovered phosphine in Venus clouds, which could be an indicator of microbial life. So that is there, and the phosphine is a colorless, flammable, and highly toxic gas with the chemical formula PH3 that is there, and so this discovery has sparked hope, and so scientists are hoping to do more. And what are the challenges of this Shukrayan? One is Venus contains high temperature, that is about 460 degrees centigrade, and we are sending something like satellite and mission, so it should withstand with more than 460 degrees of temperature. So that much temperature can easily destroy, easily melt anything also. So one challenge is that, and we should crush the atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is about 90 times greater than Earth. So greater the atmospheric pressure, greater the vulnerability of that particular component that we send. And as we have studied that there is a sulfuric acid clouds on the Venus, so there is a high threat to the spacecraft components uh, to corrode. Corrosion happens because we send the metals, titanium and stainless steel, and those things. And also there is a lack of sunlight also due to the dense clouds of sulfuric acid in some places. So alternative power systems such as radioisotope, thermoelectric generators, those things can be used. I mean, other countries have used. We'll see the what are the other countries that have successfully launched this Venus mission also. And because of the thick atmosphere, there will be problem in communication also between the Earth and the Venus. So there is a Venera series in 1960s to 84. It worked for Soviet Union, and uh, and also they launched other successful missions also. This Soviet agency, the Russian agency, and the Pioneer Venus 1978 by United States, and it's US United States first mission, that is Pioneer Venus in 1978, and it's Magellan by NASA in 1989, and Akatsuki by Japan Space Agency, that is JAXA, in 2010 to 2010 they have sent. And the future missions are NASA aims to do send to Venus by Veritas in 2026. And there is Da Vinci mission also, that is also by NASA, to study the Venus atmosphere and descent sphere. And there is also Envision, those things are there. This is all about Ukraine mission, and this is aimed to launch in 2026 and 28. So there is a lot of time, and 2028, sorry. So that time we can learn. And the thing is, Venus, knowing about Venus is important here in geography. Next, in page number 8, they have given editorial about WAC Bill 2024. We have discussed previously also. It's not that much important to UPSC. And next thing is in France, a summit for diplomacy, tech, and diversity. So in France, there is a summit going on. So we'll see what's going on in France. And it's not that much important. We'll see the India and France relations. Okay. So here, there is another article about India and France relation. There, Ajit Doval met the chief of the France, and he asked about the planes for using in planes and submarines. So defense cooperations are running on between the France and India. And now we'll see the detail about the significance and challenges between the India and France relations. Uh, so. Now, in post-independence, that is after 1948, 1947, 1950s, what happened is in 1960s, French aircraft and helicopters like Oregon Mystery, Jaguar, they have been part of Indian air fleet also in 1960s. And in 1984, France stepped in to supply nuclear fuel to Tarapur power plant after the US backed out, citing domestic constraints. So Tarapur power plant, it's there in India. Okay, it is there in Palghar region of Maharashtra. Tarapur, it's a very famous atomic power station. So France have supplied in 1980s to that Tarapur power plant, and also it supported aircraft for ISRO during its initial years in 1970s at Sriharikota, and also it have exported rocket technologies also that time. And due to again 1970s, there are Cold War constraints in various parts of the world. So there is a backlash in that period. And when you see geopolitically, France was the first P5 country to support Indian membership in the UNSC. So recently, UNSC meeting have held a United Nations Security Council. So in that first P5 country, France is there. So it supported India. And also France also supported India for missile technology, MTCR, and Wassenaar Agreement and Australian Group. Those things are there. Uh, and France has a very unique that it have honored it have invited India the highest number of times as a chief guest for the Republic Day. Uh, and also uh, there is a geostrategic importance also because France, for example, Indian Air Force planes have been deployed to Reunion Island, and also uh, there are equities in organizations such as Indian Ocean Mission, and France is also part of India, France, Australia uh, trilateral dialogue, which supports free, open, and inclusive Indo-Pacific. That is why we are asking submarines also. And France has supported India on Jammu and Kashmir to counter Pakistan-sponsored terrorism, and also it is second largest defense supplier for India in 2017 to 21. And also we have joint military exercises like Varuna, the naval exercise, Garuda, the Air Force exercise, and Shakti, the army exercise. And we are also conducting joint patrolling with France. And there is the bilateral trade crossed around 13.4 billion in 22-23 years, 2022-23. And France is the 11th largest foreign investor in India. So in it is there France, the French support, it also played an important role in India getting an exemption from the nuclear supply group in 2008. So there is a collaboration of joint Earth observation mission, that is Trishna. It's a joint Mars mission for removal of space debris. And India and France are collaborated. And is also India and France are jointly constructing the world's largest nuclear park in Jaitapur, which is located in Maharashtra. And France is the first European country to accept the UPI payment system also. And around around 109,000 of Indians live there. Uh, Around 109,000 people live there. Yeah. And also there are enclaves like Puducherry, Karaikal, Yanam, Mahe, and Chandranagar live in France. So this is all about India-France relation. Overall, it is very supportive in technology and submarines and aircrafts, and also in space collaborations. So although there are certain challenges, that is there is absence of free trade agreement which have impacted India and France economic relations. So there is a trade imbalances and inadequate protection of intellectual property rights, IPR rights. So uh, the negotiated projects, for example, stalled Jaitapur nuclear project, it was not operational right now. So there are differences in geopolitical approaches also because the France it have criticized the Russian invasion in Ukraine, but India has taken a nuanced approach, and France stand on China's, and France is supporting the China's Belt and Road initiatives, which is contrasting with the India's notion. So these things are there. What can be done is we should implementation of agreement on migration and mobility for students, graduates, professionals, and trade investments can be increased. And also, whatever the projects that have been stopped, that we can complete with negotiations. So these things we can do. So that is all about India and France relations and overview. And next, there is an article about opinion. It's an opinion. It's time to fix the UPSC selection process. So in this, there is a former education secretary, Government of India. He's basically saying that there is recently there is this serious case of Pooja Ketkar where she cheated in selection process of UPSC, and so he's saying that there are flaws in the UPSC selection process. and also the certificates related to caste and scheduled tribe. Some people there in the second attempt, third attempt, they are keeping the EWS certificates, and because of that, they are able to claim EWS quota and caste related reservations. So he's saying that with respect to time, why should this will change? Uh, and despite all these problems, also there is no updates and attempts to update the rules and regulations of the UPSC. So the way forward can be the more transparency at every step, and also we have given examples of fake biometric data that is used by the various people to enable the PDS public distribution system, and also LPG subsidies. To avail LPG subsidies, many people have put the fake Aadhaar card IDs. So he is saying that we need a robust system of verification. We need to adapt practices which are forward-looking, and those things are there. And the civil services are no place for self-seekers who have no interest in serving the nation, he's saying. So it's a basically an opinion. That's it. Next, the same page, they have given about the atrocities against the vulnerable communities, that is SC. The article titled "Torching Dalit Homes is a Recurring Crime in Bihar." Uh, so these days, increasingly crimes against Dalits are investigated in Bihar. A small number of them end up in courts, and only a fraction among them ends in conviction. So in this article, they have given a complete data on the atrocities against the SC people in the Bihar state, according to the NCRB, National Crime Bureau, National Crime Reports Bureau. So that is there. And here in this article perspective, we should also look on the atrocities against the SC and ST and overall data. Not, I mean, for introduction may be used, but overall we look on the what's happening and what are the rules and regulations of the government of India, and those things we can see. So in this map, in this, they have given about the fortnight ago, a land mafia in Nawada district. They have attacked. They have set a fire for the Dalit hamlet. Hamlet means a group of houses. The hamlet is around 30 houses. They have burned it. Some unknown persons, and these houses are belong to the SC caste people. So they are claiming that the fire have destroyed the utensils, clothes, grains, and in some cases, the farm animals also, like pets. And these Dalit households are not rare in Bihar. In the 6 years, that is in the in the years of 2017 and 2022, of all the cases, 35% of the cases are happened in the Bihar only, they are saying. And Bihar recorded the highest number of arson cases. Arson means wantedly some person is putting fire on something. It's called arson. Arson cases is putting the fire of the homes of the Dalits, in which SCs, scheduled castes were victims in 2022, 2021, 2019, and 2018. So, so these things are there. They are given a graph. Let's analyze that. And the state-wise number of scheduled caste victims in arson cases, that is fire cases, is in Bihar it's around 324. In Uttar Pradesh it's around 93, and in Odisha 94. So Bihar is like 324. It's very highest compared to other states. And they have also given about the pendency of the cases. In 2022, there are about 58,000 pending cases uh, regarding the atrocities, those things. So, and this topic is relevant for sociology optional regarding the caste system, and also for social justice related topics, and also in GS1. So now we look on the uh, report on the atrocities against SCs and STs. So recently also a report has been released under the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989, highlighting the status of atrocities against scheduled castes in 2022. So the key findings from this report is in 2022 there were around 51,656 cases of atrocities against SCs, and 9,735 against STs. And notably, 97.7% of SC cases and 98.91% of ST cases were concentrated in just 13 states. So those states are Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, Odisha, Maharashtra for SCs. I repeat again, UP, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, and Odisha and Maharashtra. So Uttar Pradesh has the highest, that is 23.78% it shares. And for ST population, whenever you look on the Indian map, the ST population will be more in the forest region. So Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Odisha, Maharashtra, and Andhra Pradesh, these are the like tribal belt we call. So in this, there is more cases. And the conviction rate is about it have declined actually, the conviction rate from 39% to 32% in 2 years, 2022 2022. So and there are infrastructure deficiency also. Only 194 out of 498 districts in 14 states have established special courts to expedite trials of atrocities against SCs and STs. And there are also protection cells in various states like Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Bihar, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. So, and what are the reasons for a crime against SC and STs? One is untouchability, caste prejudice, uh, land disputes, economic marginalization. I mean, they have given limited access to education, employment, and economic resources. And there is a social and political power imbalance because disproportionate of political and social influence, as this politics have been occupied by the dominant caste. Uh, and also there is a weak enforcement of the laws. So what is this Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989? It is aims to protect the SC and ST from caste-based violence. We can also look on National Commission for SC and ST for the constitutional bodies. It's very important for polity. And the constitutional provisions, when you look on it, Article 15 and Article 17 of the Constitution, it safeguards against disadvantaged communities. And so the key provisions of this uh, Act, Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989, is it defines the offences against SC and ST members, including physical violence, harassment, social discrimination, and it provides for anticipatory bail. So uh, anticipatory bail is a direction to release a person on bail issued when before the person is arrested. So it also provides anticipatory bail for Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Samhita, and there is a mandate of special courts. And so the investigation in the atrocities, these things, it should not be conducted by an officer below the rank of deputy superintendent of police. So the district level officer should verify, I mean, carry on the investigation regarding the atrocities or SC and STs. So, and the exclusion is the act does not apply offenses between the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and nor can they invoke the act against one another. So that is an exemption exclusion for this act. And there is a recent amendments also regarding 2015, uh, which included offenses like forcing manual scavenging, social ostracism, sexual exploitation, and dedicating SC women as Devadasis. So there used to be Devadasi system also. So that is also prohibited. And the social ostracism, it is the act of being excluded or ignored from a social interaction or relationship. So it is about rejecting somebody from the social interaction, not giving the enough opportunity uh, that is there. So there are various cases you can work on it. And what can we do is we should strengthen the legal framework. We should improve the reporting mechanisms. We can bring awareness and education. We should also can do targeted intervention, and also monitoring and evaluation, collaboration with NGOs, and also imparting ethical behavior in the people, and also inculcating the value-based education. So those things can be done to lessen these atrocities. Next, we'll carry out last no no. So 8 products of Assam tribe got the GI tag. So it's given in the page number 14. Uh, so 8 products used by Assam tribe, including traditional food items, granted GI tag. So the geographical indications registry, which is located in Chennai, it have granted the GI tag. So the dishes are, one is Bodo Nafam. It is a dish which is made up of fermented fish. That is one. Uh, and Bodo Nafam, in that there are varieties of rice beer, means the beer which is made up of rice. The first variant is Bodo Jaw Guaran. It has highest alcohol percentage. It's around 16.11 percentage. So it's very high. And there is a Maibra Jaw Bidwi. It's served as uh, welcome drink. And even the beers which we consume, it contains less than 5% of alcohol. And so, and light beers have some 3 to 5%. It's based on the brand and all. Now in this Bodo Jawgram, the highest alcohol is 16.11%. So if you drink, then you will see the different world. And the second variant is Mypro Jaw Bitwi. It's a welcome drink, as I've said, and it's half cooked rice. They will ferment the half cooked rice. And other one is Bodo Jau Gishi. It is the people believe as it have come from the Lord Shiva, and they consume it as a medicine. And there is also Bodo Onla, which is rice powder curry, which is made up of garlic, ginger, salt, and alkali. And there is Bodo Narzi, which is made up of jute leaves, and Bodo Kuki, uh, which is considered as a precious, uh, uh, a semi-fermented food. And Bodo Aronai, it's a beautiful cloth. Bodo Aronai. Aronai is cloth, and there are three. The first variant is Bodo Jaukwar, second variant is Maipra Jau Bidwi, third variant is Modo Jau Gishi. It's all rice related beers. So it have got GA tag. This is might be important for prelims. So the last article for today is given in the last page. It's about the swallowtail butterflies in key Assam habitat. They face a citrus worry. I mean, India hosts about 77 out of 573 swallowtail butterfly species, and which is recorded across the world. And the IUCN, the International Union for Conservation of Nature, it designated the northeastern part of the country where 69 species have been recorded. Uh, and this is under the Swallowtail Conservation Action Plan. So the gist of this article is uh, the decline of swallowtail butterflies in forest habitats, which was not a major concern about 2 decades ago, made the International Union Conservation of Nature mark them as globally endangered. That is one point. Second one, butterflies are the indicator species. That means they will indicate the environmental health, which influences their presence and abundance. If there are abundance present, then environment is so good, we can think. And the Bodoland territorial region, which is in Assam, is crucial in supporting larval host plants. The larval host plants, because butterflies will feed on the plant leaves only. So those plants are declining now. And the harvesting of citrus plants for medicinal properties may have shrunk the population of these butterflies, some of which feed exclusively on certain species of the plant. So these butterflies will feed on certain species of the plant. Because of adapting new agriculture practices, there is a decline in that. So now the problem is going on. And these butterflies have a specialized diet and feed exclusively on plants from this family called Atrophonera pachylopota. So the problem is here is the lack of related host plant resources, and it raises concerns about their long-term survival. And the host plants are the fundamental to the life cycle of many species. which are playing an essential role in their reproduction and sustenance. So just remember the swallowtail butterflies. Now these are becoming vulnerable due to the not presence of citrus. So, and the citrus plants also, uh, they are overexploited due to the medicinal properties. That is also there. And that's all for today. Have a great day. Good night.